Hey y'all, it's Anime caveman. Today I'm going to be live reacting to the second episode of Hachigatsu no Cinderella 9. And while I felt that the first episode was average, I did see potential. And while since Captain Tsubasa did end, I feel like I need a sports series to fill that vibe. So I'm going to see with this second episode if Cinderella 9 can grow on me and it can be that new sports series. Because I was like, you know what? I want to give this another shot. Alright, so I'm going to set the live reaction in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Huh. Animation quality's fallen a bit. Not as fluid as the first episode, at least from the get-go, from the start. I mean, yeah, it would be impossible to kind of do a home run in a judo hall, and then the ball might actually break a window. So where are they going to do it? In a... They might, because the ball might actually hit someone walking to and from school if they play there. What a snitch! It would. It would cost a lot of money to replace the window. Those are all good points. Oh. I mean, I do love her determination though, but it's gotta be rough. Now, going in episode 2, here's what I'm hoping to see. That at least if this episode shows these things, I'll be keeping up with it weekly or not while the opening's playing. Now, here's what I want to see. I want to at the very least get to see some more baseball, and I want to see it well animated, because if the baseball stuff is animated like shit, then obviously I'm not going to come back, because there have been sports series that have come out in recent years that have animated their sports events. So I hope to see the animation quality we saw in episode 1 going into this episode. I also want to see some plot progression. I want to see them get closer to making their baseball club a bit bigger, maybe getting a bit more members, or maybe getting more backstory on Tsubasa. And if the episode does all of this, then I feel it will have good momentum going to episode 3. And that's what I look for. And that's what I'll be looking for this episode. And if it does most of these things, or at least it does a good job on some of them, then I'll be keeping up with the series week to week. At least I hope. I'm rooting for this show. I always like to see a nice sports series. And the opening is almost over in a few seconds. Okay, it's over. Can or can't. Alright. But if they can at least find a location, then I'd say that's satisfying enough. And they'll make it come back at least for one more episode. Whew. Alright. I wonder, can't they use a park though, or there aren't any parks with a baseball fence? I know the place I live, there's like places with baseball fences, and they're kind of commonplace, but I guess depending on where you live in Japan, they're not so common. Huh. Holy snap! You don't need Major League Baseball money to buy that. Jeez Louise. Oh, such a sweet man, and it's cheap too. Mm-hmm. No, Zaki's got a point. Oh yeah, she does. She is a small stature. And of course the big one would fit too. Oh. Is she gonna be a new member of the baseball team? Oh yeah. Let's hope Tsubasa didn't come on too strong to scare her off. Oh. Oh my, a date. Oh, never mind. Seems like a cool dude. Yo! Damn. That actually does look good, legitimately. Oh, that's so sweet. What an awesome Oni-chan. She kind of looks like the main character from Ao-chan Doesn't Study with the pigtails when she adjusted her hair only without glasses. Huh. What the? Huh. Oh. Actually didn't know a little detail about baseball. And that's actually nice too that she was there to explain it, considering that Naozoki and Yukitaka don't know much about baseball. So that's actually a great way of giving info without making it feel like an info dump. It's a compliment. Oh, rejected. Oh. Yeah. Thank you, Oni-chan. Think could she be a coach or manager? Oh, that'd be awesome. Those faces, how can she say no to those adorable faces? Yes! Good, good. Tsubasa is such an airhead at times. Huh. Interesting. Huh. They make fun of it. Those meanies dissing our girls subtly. Man. What a beastly sensei. Love this one. And we've made some decent plot progression too. At the very least, it only took 9 minutes to find a place to practice baseball. So far, so good. What a sweet woman. I mean, you know what they said in the baseball movie, was it Field of Dreams? If you build it, they will come. So I guess they're gonna have to apply those same principles there. I mean, you know what? I actually kind of like how it's banged up. They'll allow Naozaki, Yukitaka, and Tsubasa and the friend Inshu, and maybe even Shizuki to bond together. It'll make them appreciate and care more about baseball. So I like this adversity. It'll make it feel earned when they actually play baseball. Because we'll be like, damn, they went through all these efforts to fix the field, adjust their baseball gloves, and all that. It'll actually feel beautiful and monumentous moments. Huh. Misaki Fighters. Could that be the club that her brother used to play in? Oh! So it was, from the looks of it. At least they must have played a match there before. I kind of wish they would have shown them fix up the place a bit more. Though, less time in the baseball shop, a bit more time here, so that we can see him scrap. God, I didn't like how they skipped that portion of the episode. I mean, I guess they showed a little bit. I wish we would have seen a bit more, though. Kind of feel a bit rushed, in my opinion. Oh, all right. Oh. That's sweet. Oh, that's a cute little turtle. Does she have her sweater 24/7, Yukitaka? I mean, does she ever clean that? Or wash it? Okay, they're cleaning. This is what I actually wanted to see. Alright. And they're adjusting. Never mind. They had it. They just waited a bit. Cool, cool. Alright. The baseball. Alright. The animation is still competently produced at the very least. They're not skipping on this. Because they probably know, if they skimp on this, this show is dead on the water. Because it's a baseball show, and sports series need to make their sport look good, unless the script is really, really top-notch. But that's really hard to do. Oh, really? She's noticing. Oh. Oh, yeah, she doesn't like pain, I remember. But you know what? I kind of like the little bit of character development. To be able to smile at the thought of pain shows Ukitaka's progression, that she's looking at baseball as more fun. Because just remember, in the first episode, she was completely scared of just the thought of and getting a little bit of pain. So that is some nice character development. Oh. Aww. That's your sweet voice. Damn, I struggle to do push-ups, and they can do it so easily. I need a lift. Ow. Hope she didn't get scraped. Ouch. Aww. Damn, that chick is shaking it like a champion, yo. Oh. All right. Oh. Oh, does he have some kind of hitch? Or something that exposes him? Probably does. Oh, alright. Damn, that's pretty smart. Alright, at the very least, she's playing to her strengths. That's good. Oh. Hmm. Alright, well, at the very least she'll be involved in baseball to an extent. It's all that matters. Going back how she was looking fondly at these pictures. Now she has to practice. If her brother went as far as lending her his likely one of his valuable gloves, she's gonna have to not play, but at the very least join practices. All right. She probably did. If she was holding on to that glove subconsciously, her brain must have been telling her, you're gonna practice. Because it happens sometimes in humans. You may not think with your consciousness that you want to do it, but then subconsciously you do something that is a telltale sign. Oh. Did she realize her love for baseball or what? Oh. That might be the case, but maybe through practice and effort, Shizuki might be able to. But then again, it happens, there is a fear of nature. I mean, there's... I'm wondering, is it because Shizuki's reminded of herself when she's watching Ukitaka pitch? It's probably it. Ah. Oh, I guess I was on the money! You know what I like about that? You know what I really like about that scene? They did it without even having to explain it. They only had the little visual cue of showing off the face of little Shizuki smiling layered on top of Ukitaka's face to make the scene work. So that was a good way of directing a sequence. Alright. Oh, she's got that smile. Well, I'll give it credit. It gave Shizuki some character development. And Ukitaka some character development too, so far so good. There's actually what I wanted to see from this episode. Linear growth. We not necessarily get the baseball action or the baseball match that I'm eagerly anticipating, but I got something more. What? I'm sure they'll find it next week. Fuck yeah! Best sensei in the house! Oh. Is he gonna watch the brothers match? Oh, okay. Aww, sweet. You know, that was actually a pretty darn good episode. I'm gonna give them credit for, at least in regards to the writing staff. While the animation wasn't as spectacular as episode 1, because in episode 1 those baseball sequences at the start were actually pretty litly animated. At the very least, the sequences in the middle of this episode were up to par to what we saw in the middle of episode 1. So I'll give them credit for that. Maybe possibly the studio is saving their best cards, their ace for maybe an actual baseball match, but I'd say so far I think the growth's pretty linear. You got Ukitaka, even though it didn't explicitly say it, it implicitly showed off that she's growing because she's not so scared of the pain of the ball anymore, because of the way she willingly now receives the ball inside of the hole of her glove. It shows you that she doesn't really care about the pain anymore. She now realizes it's part of the fun. So I like how they implicitly showed it through the visual quality. They didn't just info dump shit on their faces, showing off that the writing staff do have respect for their viewership. Same with the whole when Ukitaka was smiling and Suzuki was reminded of herself. They didn't have Suzuki have some kind of inner monologue, and sometimes animes do that. No, it just showed a little image of little Shizuki layered on the face of Ukitaka to show off what she was actually thinking. So that's why I thought from a narrative standpoint, this episode was actually stronger, because we had little pieces like that in the episode. Then, aside from that, I also like the character development they gave for Suzuki. We got a good amount of characterization. She's intelligent, but at the same time, she kind of had a fear of failure. But then as the episode progresses, seeing the efforts of the new players of the Baseball Association practicing baseball, it slowly gave her the courage to now want to practice baseball and take up the sport instead of just being a manager. And that's what I really like seeing about this episode. We saw some nice, steady, linear growth, essentially. And that's what I liked about this episode. We made some good plot progression and good character development, because now Shizuki's got a newfound fondness for baseball, and then I like how it culminated with her finally deciding to buy her own glove. That was also another sequence, and it wouldn't have had weight if you didn't have her brother pretty much lending her the glove in the first place. If Shizuki would have had her own glove from the start, it wouldn't have made as much impact character-wise, but since she wants to buy the glove, it's a good visual cue to show off that, yes, she's growing. So that's why I thought I did well from a character standpoint for Ikitaka and Shizuki. Then aside from that, we made plot progression. They fixed the baseball field that's being lent to them, and now they're ready to practice more baseball. And they did it in the span of 9 minutes. So we are making some good plot progression, and now they have 5 members for the Baseball Association. So, and they even have the sensei backing them up too to be an advisor. So that also means we've made some significant plot progression. This episode didn't just waste time. So that's why I thought I did pretty decent from a story standpoint. I'd say the only downside is maybe a few. It could have gone on a little quicker, but other than that, I really didn't have much to complain about, because we did make decent plot progression and character development. And while the animation wasn't strong, at the very least the art still was on model. And that's why I'm going to rate this episode a 6 out of 10. Now I believe this episode was above average. A step up above last week, and I'm going to eagerly anticipate what's going to go on down next week. So anyways, guys and gals, these are my thoughts on Hachigatsu no Cinderella 9 episode 2. Comment on your thoughts on the episode in the comment section below. Rate the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later if you subscribe for more. Alright, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.